recently my mind has been completely blown, man. Dude, all right, so I'm really new to like the ARPG genre. Like Diablo 4, I would say, is my very first ARPG that I've ever played. And then I hopped on to Path of Exiles, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there is so much to do. So what I decided to do was, I was like, man, I heard that Path of Exiles 2 was coming out sometime in the next year or two, I guess. I want to see more about that. And then I started diving into that, and I was like, oh man, dude, this looks crazy. And I just had to stop and share it with everyone. So hopefully you guys like this. Let's get it. Look at this shit. Look at that bear. Dude, come on. That looks sick. That looks absolutely sick. Bruh, you cannot tell me that y'all ain't gonna be loving that. Look at that. Then you got the doggies. So you got dogs, you got bear form. Bruh, I'm saying it. Look, dude, chat, come on. I mean, just from that little bit, tell me that does not look absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'm comparing the graphics from Path of Exiles 1 to Path of Exiles 2, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that the graphics could get better. Like, those look better than Diablo 4 graphics. If you don't agree with me, you can go ahead and leave this video. I'm just saying. All right, let's watch some more, man.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers,
so
one of
this
the game
came from the
directors on Path of Exile 2.
Gamescom thing.
In Path of Exile 2, you can pick from one of 12 character
Look
classes.
how beautiful that looks.
Each character has a combination of primary attributes that they focus on. Today, we'd like to show off a character who specializes in strength and intelligence.
Dude, I love their monsters in this game.
In human form, the Druid is a spellcaster who channels the fury of nature on the battlefield.
They're so
walking
different. Like, what was that? Like a skeleton
Get
running?
up close and you'll find out why the
What
Druid
are
also
these little
focuses on
guys?
strength.
I almost
Transform
wouldn't
himself
want to
into
kill
one of
him.
several wild beasts. Today, we want to show off the
See,
bear.
that little guy's with a drum in the back. He has a drum.
Transformation in PoE 2 happens automatically when you use a bear attack.
Look at the little guy with the
Use
drum.
bear maul and your character will transform into a bear, into a meaty swing.
Oh, I love it.
Use a spell and your character transforms back
He's
into a
throwing a
human
little spear
and
at him. He's like, I'm gonna get you. That
Hitting
guy's just
enemies
like,
with
I'm
the bear's
banging my
maul
drum.
attack
Why
will
are you
build up
trying to
rage,
kill me?
which increases your attack damage.
Sorry, I
So your
can't
bear
get
gets
over
stronger
it.
with every attack. You can see the glowing runes that indicate rage on your back.
Where they got blocks of cheese. I mean, like, what is?
Have a lot of weak
the
enemies to take out.
monsters.
This is where you probably want to break out your rampage. Let out a roar.
I mean, it
and
looks
stampede over all
absolutely
enemies
beautiful.
in your path, slamming the ground with your paws.
It really does,
The
man.
initial roar generates
And then
rage,
you got the
and then
cheese
rage
guys.
is consumed as you charge along.
You got the
Use
cheese little
rampage by
guys.
itself to travel a short distance, or do some mauling first to build up some rage and travel a significant
And you
distance.
know, like, a lot of people probably looking at this and going, man, that's Diablo or whatever. I really
Now,
feel like
while
this
the bear
looks
is big
better.
and strong, this isn't a pure strength class. You don't have as much armor as
Dude.
a warrior would have. In order to protect itself from large
And it's cool that you
attacks,
can move
you might
around
want
and
to
be
consider a
stomping.
skill
Like in
Furious
Diablo, like
Slam.
you couldn't move around. You literally had to.
This skill is all about stunning
over and over.
rather than damage, so it's quite useful if you're mobbed by smaller monsters and just need to get out of there. Of course, like any PoE 2 character, you can always use a dodge roll to get out of danger. Since the bear is the slowest of the druid's forms, making sure the dodge feels reliable and can get you out of any situation is paramount.
That's
When
cool.
you dodge an animal form, your character instantly transforms
I
back
like
with
that.
no time penalty, so that
I
you can
really
get out
like
of the way.
that.
You can even interrupt a mistimed transformation halfway through. Of course, doing this will mean you pay the slight time cost of having to transform back again.
I just think that is. I just think that is absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited for that, man. Like, that looked to me like a game that is trying to really just beat down their competition. And if you don't agree, I don't know what else to say to you, because that just looked absolutely stunning. The skills, I mean, I know they're showing just a short sample of the skills, so I imagine, you know, with time that they're going to be bringing out more content and more classes and show us more skills and show us more scenery and show us more awesome monsters. So, all right, let's go on. We got some more.
back, you've got like this kind of thing.
Alright, so
in
this
PoE
is
1,
like
this would
the
be like stand
warrior?
and do something.
Okay,
In
this
PoE
is like
2,
the warrior?
it involves a lot of mobility.
That looks sweet.
And the other thing, of course, is just like we were talking about on the druid, is all the combo type stuff. So on the warrior, one of the really nice combos to use is armor break. So what I can do here is when I hit monsters,
these monsters aren't as like unique. I mean, you're just fighting birds.
Then that is used when you.
I mean, the guy with the pickaxe looks pretty cool, I guess.
When you.
Yeah, I mean,
so when you attack them when they've got armor, obviously you're going to do a lot more damage. That's like really.
The skill looks pretty cool. Though. Like I like.
And then the other thing
that they're trying to
do
combo,
is some of the other skills that we have
you're swinging one,
things that affect armor break. So they often remove armor break and do something else. So this guy's armor break.
So they have an armor break,
and then
which
if I use leap slam, okay, somehow I managed to
like that. I like that. So it gives a little bit of different kind of play style, you know. So like
for that guy. So
what if you're in party with someone? What if
you're
in party with someone? And they use armor break. Will that
means that you can follow up
the other person that's in your party?
So an example of that.
So that's a good question. I mean, I imagine it would. So really, that would increase damage by a lot. Or I mean, just for you, it would increase damage.
For a short amount of time, you get like 2 slams. But the longer you hold it down, the more rocks gather up until eventually you can do like a ridiculous number of slams.
I like that. So
you want to be able to try and stun.
So it's adding like an AOE.
So getting that.
An AOE skill there. I mean, I like that.
And then getting
I like the slam. The slam looks pretty cool. I think all of these skills look relatively cool. I hope that they play well. But
the other thing you can do is
I'm happy that it has an AOE skill. I like that it's on fire too. Like that looks freaking badass. Look at that fire.
It's basically it's a very slow attack that does this like attacks on a line. And it's actually most useful when you have lots of monsters, because every time it hits a monster,
my brain
it does a little ripple of damage. So if you use it on one monster...
Listen, my brain automatically compares this to Diablo 4. And if you're looking at comparison for like the warrior class on Diablo 4 compared to this, like you cannot tell me that you already looks 100 times better, because the warrior on freaking Diablo, what do you got? You got double swing, right? Where you just, this is all you're doing. You got leap. Now leap look kind of cool. I won't lie. Leap on Diablo look pretty cool, but that's literally the only one. And after that, you got whirlwind, right? Or rupture. I'm sorry, or the rupture skill, which, you know, does the blood bleed damage, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty cool, but it looks nothing like this.
It's actually quite weak, but if you use it on a whole pack of monsters,
I mean, look at this.
Then because the damage overlaps between each other, I'll just gather a bunch here. It absolutely annihilates them.
The character actually has a skill.
And so this is a
where it looks animated.
But if you armor break one of the
you
monsters,
are gonna feel
then Sunder does
what
500%
that character's
damage
doing,
to that
and I think that's a lot of
and
reasons
also,
why people play games
it does 500%
nowadays.
damage to all the
Is
monsters
they want to
that
feel
get,
like their character. They want to feel like that
away from those monsters
badass. You know what I mean?
So that means that armor break Sunder can be a really useful way to do that. Another one we have here is a Warcry skill. So I'm going to use Infernal Cry. So Infernal Cry puts this little thing on the monsters, and then when you kill them,
that's kind of
it causes them to explode, dealing damage to nearby monsters. So it's another kind of good pack.
I mean, it's not as like.
But the other thing that it does is it gives you an exerted attack.
It's not like, oh my
which means that your next slam skill is going to do.
It does. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It adds
a lot
more
of extra fire damage. So a good thing to do is to armor break the monster. Get the leap slam.
Look at that guy. He's like, get over here, big boy.
Stun them. Although apparently, once again, that monster seems to be broken in this regard, which is very annoying.
Yeah, you're doing bad. Oh. That guy was green. He must have had poison.
Get the leap slam on the monster, and then do
so that slam stuns,
and then do the supercharged slam to get a lot of damage on them. So that kind of combo is what you want to use if you're fighting a boss.
All right.
Something that can really.
I really feel like that's something. Looks like something people are going to be getting jacked on. I'm just saying, like, think about people that play this game who are going to play this game for hours and hours and hours and find perfect builds and like perfect slam builds and shit. Like, that is going to look cool, man. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. If you're excited for freaking Path of Exiles 2, leave me a like. Leave me a comment. Also, guys, so just so you know, this weekend I will be going live on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys are not following me and you want to watch me play through some Path of Exiles until I pretty much decided that we're going to be playing Path of Exiles until Diablo 4 Season 2 comes out. And then I'm going to dabble with Diablo 4 Season 2. and then we're going to go back to Path of Exile because there's so much content that I need to get through before Path of Exiles 2. So that's the plan for the channel right now. And if you guys, like I said, if you like live streams, make sure to go. Even in the comments, there's a link to my Twitch. Go over to Twitch, give me a follow, and hit subscribe over here and hit that notification bell. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next video. Let's go get it, man.